Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? This is Joey Salvador. Welcome to another episode of Freestyle Indie. We are going to have such an awesome guest today, and thank you for joining us. Please share the links, guys, who are following us on Facebook. Sorry, I'm a little too loud. Today is Thursday, December 17th. How many days before Christmas? That's 8 days. Oh my goodness. Hang around. We are going to introduce our special guest today. There you go. Welcome to the show. My special guest today is Mr. Bill Evans, the legendary. How are you doing, Bill?
Hi, everybody. How are you?
If you can see, the legendary jazz Bill Evans has gone younger.
Well, I've been revitalized. Well, it's good to be here, Joe, and thanks for having me on.
Well, thank you for coming and gracing us with your beautiful music and your presence. My guest today, his namesake, Bill Evans. As we know, the legendary jazz Bill Evans, they have exactly the same name. But my friend, my fellow today has totally different set of skills and unique set of humor and personality and piano and music skills. Tell us a little bit about how you got started in music, Bill.
Well, you know what? Apparently, when I was a little kid, I'd watch Popeye episodes. Remember Popeye?
Yes.
And when I was, 3 or 4, I'd play along on the family piano with the TV set. So my mom started getting me lessons. My brother already was taking piano. So I started when I was a little kid. I think I was 5 when I started lessons,
Okay.
doing the classical, the conservatory route, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Yeah. So that's how I started.
And are you a musical family? Is there other members of your family that are musical?
Yeah, when we were kids, we all had to take piano lessons. My brother plays guitar also. I, as a little kid, played drums and piano, and eventually I picked up saxophone. So my mom sang when she was young. She sang on the radio and all that stuff. So
Well,
yeah,
anyways, tell us everything that we can learn about you, Bill. Tell us about yourself. Your love for music, your family. What are the things you like for Christmas? And what is your life like?
well, my life is pretty good right now, and I've been really good this year. So I would like candies and chocolates, but actually, I just want everybody to have a good Christmas. This is a tough year because everybody's kind of separated because of the pandemic, and that's put all of us in sort of a challenged light. So if be kind to one another, try to find joy in the everyday. That would be great. Watch Joe's show, the Ordinary Joe show. Try to watch that as much as you can.
So tell me, you went to university, York University, right, for your jazz, and then after that, after you graduated, I remember you told me you went on tours right away.
Yeah, I went through when I was a young guy, I started playing in nightclubs when I was 16. So back
Mm.
then you could kind of sneak in underage. And my mom was good with it as long as I never talked back and I did my homework. So she kind of had control over me because I couldn't play the clubs if I wasn't a good boy. So yeah, so I started out playing clubs when I was young, and one of my friends had said to me, you can go to university and study music and jazz and stuff. There's schools in Canada that do that. At that time, the only ones really running were Humber. And York University, back when I was young, a long time ago, that offered a degree program. So I went to York. I got in and I worked away at my craft. And when I got out of York, I went on the road touring with a band called Random Chance. And I think I was on the road my last 6 weeks of school. So when they were my last classes, I wasn't there. I was in Quebec or wherever the band was. And I got scheduled back into Toronto to write my exams. But I was
Mm.
still playing 6 nights a week at that point.
Wow. How is
Yeah.
it like? How is it like growing up, especially surrounded by music students, having the name Bill Evans?
Well, the professors, when I was at university, all knew who he was, obviously. So he was a big impact. I really loved listening to him. I learned all my Bill Evans voicings when I was in university and stuff, voicing off the 7 or the 3. All those voicings are the Bill Evans voicings. Some people call them the Ahmad Jamal voicings, but when I went through
Oh,
York, I had great teachers and they considered them the Bill Evans voicings,
oh
the way
wow.
to play 4 note chords and open them up and fill them in or what have you.
Do you
Yeah.
know?
So,
Do you have a hook in mind that you know by heart? A hook in one of his
oh,
music?
yeah. And that was a song, Blue and Green. I think Miles stole it from Bill, but Bill Evans actually wrote it. It's on the Kind of Blue record.
Miles Davis stole it from Bill Evans.
Yeah, if you look at the credits on the record, I think Miles has his name on it, but
Yeah.
that's obviously a Bill Evans type of thing. Beautiful, beautiful voicings. I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Those are beautiful chords, and you got a beautiful sounding piano there, and beautiful playing
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
this is a great old. This would be a 1977 era Fender Rhodes piano. Rhodes. By this
Ooh,
point, it was a Rhodes. This one's been rebuilt, and I have a new preamp in it. But
that
it's
sounds good.
lovely, lovely old piano. You know.
Well, this is the kind of treat when you're interviewing like a real authentic musician from
Oh,
Toronto. This is the kind of treat. I'm sure all of our audience will be so happy that we're having you on right now. It
oh,
says
that's
here,
great.
it says here that you played with. Sorry, I lost that. Some classic rock musicians: Peter Noon, Herman Hermit,
Yeah,
Jim
yeah,
McCarthy, Yardbirds, Del
that's
Shannon, and Melissa Manchester. Tell me more about that.
yeah. I guess I did a few shows up here in Canada with Del Shannon. I love Del Shannon because he wrote the greatest rock and roll song ever. So to be able to play
Wow.
that organ lick off of the My Little Runaway was really cool. And I remember Del was a very funny guy. He was a good guy. Yeah.
Hmm.
Peter Nunn, we really, I think with him, we did one rehearsal with his music director, and then it was a big show. It was like 28,000 people. And,
Woo.
but he was cool because he was like one of those British guys. Jim McCarty was a great guy, really good drummer. I actually played at Jim McCarty's 70th birthday as well. We did shows here in Toronto
That's awesome.
at Hughes Room, but
That's awesome.
yeah, really good guy. Plus, he'd played with Eric Clapton. He'd played with Jimmy Page, Jeff Beck. So he was like, a real piece of rock royalty. So it was kind of humbling and he was such a funny guy. He was a very good guy. Yeah.
Awesome. What about Del Shannon and Melissa Manchester?
Melissa Manchester, I played with doing my wife's from Los Angeles. So I worked with the band when I was down there visiting because there was a few years there where I was in LA about 3, 4 months a year. So there's a band that played for free doing all these old folks' homes in areas that couldn't afford entertainment and would play like the Veterans Center in downtown LA. We did a show there for July 4th. I almost said Canada Day. But she came out to one of the old folks' homes because her mother was there. So she got up and we played with her quite a bit. And she was interesting. She was a very nice lady. And her mother was just adorable. So,
That's so cool. And you
yeah.
also perform in numerous film scores as well.
Yeah, I
The
did a
Blue
lot.
Martini.
Oh, the Blue Martini is my solo record from a few years back. The film
Wow.
scores I did with I've done a couple with Ron Korb, and the
Mm,
latest one was Sister of the Wind. And this year it's up for a Hollywood Music Media Award. But yeah, I did a Little Red Dot with Ron. That won it, I think, at the Iranian Film Festival. I
mm,
think in New York it got an award for best cultural film, and that was filmed in Toronto. Ron does a lot of film work and stuff, and I've played with Ron on various records. I've probably done a dozen records with Ron over the last 25 years. I
Ron
was on
Carter.
the Yeah, Ron Korb,
Mm.
and he was Grammy nominated, an album that I got to play on in 2016. We were up for
Asia
best
Beauty.
yeah, Asia Beauty, and it was up for
Mm.
Best New Age Album. Yeah. And also, I'll put another plug for Ron because right now he works with the Digital Music Collective or the Canadian Digital Music Collective. And it's a bunch of us are on this online group, and it deals with streaming in the modern world because people don't really buy vinyl and CDs like they once did. There's not
Mm.
really much recording work like there used to be. And the clubs, are kind of on hiatus. That's kind
Yes.
of
Yeah.
a suspended reality thing right now. So
Suspended animation.
yeah, it's hopefully I think it will come back really strong because people miss it.
Well,
You
I
know,
think when it comes back with a roar and stronger, hopefully.
yeah.
Um, you played in Panama as well with Ron Corb?
Yeah, we played at the National Theater. It was part of a concert series. We did it through the Canadian Foreign Service. So it was fun. We got to meet the Canadian ambassador and go to an event before the show. It was televised on Panama television.
Wow.
And the cool thing about the theater was it was a beautiful old theater, like a European opera theater. You know, all the stacked balconies, so nobody's too far from the stage. But
Wow.
do you remember Manuel Noriega? He was the
Noriega, yeah. Hmm.
he was the dictator of
The
Panama.
dictator of Panama. Yeah.
It was right next door to his palace. So although
The
we
theater.
did, yeah, we were there in I think 1999 November, and it was right before January 2000. The Americans had to give the canal back to Panama. So
Mm.
like American anti-sentiment was anti-American sentiment was running high at the time.
And you can be mistaken for an American there.
Oh yeah, they think you're. I was told by somebody when I first got there that I was a security risk, so to be careful and not to be alone in the old city, Casco Viejo.
Oh yeah.
But
Well, I remember growing up in the Philippines. Any white person, any Caucasian, is an American.
oh yeah, yeah, we're a target. Yeah, so we were careful, but everybody treated us really nicely. The shows went really well, so it was a
Did
great
you
memory.
did you have a chance to visit the canal?
Oh yeah, we went out to the is it the Santa Flora locks or something?
Mm.
We went to one set of locks, the locks that are closest to the Pacific side, because they weren't too far from Panama City. I think there's three locks all the way along. And there's a memorial there for all the people who died making that canal, you
Hmm.
know.
Well, let's go back. Let's get back to your story. But before that, what kind of tunes do you play when you're alone and just in deep think about your life, about self? Play us a little bit about, when you're just alone at home and you're
Well,
playing something for yourself. What would you play?
yeah. Well, if I'm sitting on the roads,
And Bill Evans is in deep think.
I love the jazz standards.
Oh wow!
Yeah, a
Wow!
little bit of Misty, Errol Garner.
I'm gonna give you a round of applause, and I
Thank
have
you.
like thousands of Facebook book viewers out there clapping with me.
Oh, well, that's very good. Well, hi, everybody. Happy holidays. Be kind. Enjoy every day.
By the way, all our viewers right now, we got a few I can see there. If you have any questions for Bill at the end of our Q&A, I will plug it in, and he might be able to answer it for you. Well,
Maybe.
Bill, that is a beautiful piece that you just played there, and I love jazz. I recognize a lot of jazz music. I'm not very good with names of songs and names of artists, but I have Jazz FM all day long
Oh, I'm a
playing.
member. I subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after my daughter was born, yeah, it's all pop music in my car now. But
Oh, yeah, yeah.
what, what was that song called? What you just played there?
Misty.
Misty.
I go misty whenever you're near.
Ooh. You might pick up some new clients here.
Oh,
You're a smooth talker.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, Bill, tell me about the Beat Kings.
Oh, the Beat Kings were a club band that I had that we kind of did R&B music around Toronto. And that band ran for years. When I went back when I came off the road, I went back to teachers college at U of T and I got a teaching degree and I became a school teacher.
Mhm.
So I've been retired now for a couple of years, but for 28 years I taught at the same school. So I wanted to work in the Toronto area, but the problem was my time was more limited. So I thought if I started my own band that I could kind of pick and choose days. So I picked all friends I knew really well to play in the band. And yeah, it was a great band. We ran for probably 14 years with
Wow.
different guys in the band over the years. But there was a real club a set of clubs here in Toronto, a scene that you could work at that time with a band that big. Nowadays, it's hard to keep a band of five guys working, you know.
Just because of scheduling, I guess,
Yeah, and
now.
there's not as
Mm.
many bars that have the room or have the type of budget to hire a five-piece band for three
Okay.
nights.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Well, when it says here it's an R&B band, you look like a jazz kind of person to me. But R&B, when I think of R&B, I think of Boys to Men. You have
Oh,
your
we
yeah.
did more old school stuff. We were doing Al Green and the Jackson Five. We did
Oh,
some poppy stuff. We did Wilson Pickett tunes, the Neville Brothers or stuff. But we did kind of old school stuff. But there was a real calling for that at the time.
do
We
you
could,
mhm.
yeah.
Did you have any original with the Beat Kings?
No, that was all basically music of sort of the 70s, early 80s.
Mm.
Yeah.
What would be your favorite song to play in every performance that you every club that you have the Beat Kings? What is a song that will always be part of the lineup?
Oh, I don't know. That band closed so many years ago now. I'm
You
trying to
can't
remember the
remember.
songs we did.
Mhm.
Bill Withers.
Oh, I love that song.
You
What's
know,
the word of the hook there?
ain't
Na,
no
na, na, na,
sunshine
when
when
she
she's
comes.
gone.
Oh, no more sunshine when she's gone.
You've got a
I love that
beautiful,
song.
you got a beautiful singing voice. You sound,
Oh,
it's rich and resonant. It's got that nice lilting quality to it.
you're so nice to say that, but I think I can only like maybe 4 words. I can be sounding nice for 4 words, and then I run out of. Because I growing up, I had asthma, so I will have like I can sing a verse,
Oh,
and then that's it.
yeah. Well, pace yourself. Short little
Pace
melodic
yourself.
motifs. Pace yourself on that.
I know that's a beautiful. I love that song. I love it. There's a lot of jazz songs that I can recognize. I just not very good with names. And you played at the Molson Indie stage opening act for the Allman Brothers, Tom Petty,
Yeah,
and the
yeah.
Heartbreakers.
Yeah,
That's a
I
big
was in a
deal.
yeah, I was in a band called the Lawn Jockeys, and the leader of the band, Damien Nichols, great guy. He just approached me again. They're doing some videos, like my wife and I do videos now on my YouTube channel. My
Hmm.
lovely wife Linda helps me out,
Hello,
and
Linda.
she's good. Hi Linda, hi sweetie. She's great at that stuff. Me, I'm kind of like Rain Man when it comes to the technical side. But Damien just contacted me again this week to do some organ parts and to
Ooh.
redo some of those songs to perform for video. But yeah, we did the indie stage with the Allman Brothers, who I love. I love Chuck Leval as a kid, who was the piano player for the Allmans. Ben Montench, the piano player for Tom Petty. It was really exciting to see him. But yeah, that was years ago now for the lawn jockeys. But it was a great opportunity. And we got backstage passes so we could stand at the soundboard and stuff and
Mm.
monkey around with the buttons. And
The
no,
buttons.
just kidding. They chased us out of there.
Well, don't you mean those live events, man? I really am. They tried some different kind of live events recently. They had, have you been to one of those drive-in theater type concerts?
No, I haven't gone to any, but I have some friends that have played them. And I guess we're all right now trying to find out how do we continue to present music.
Hmm.
What's your outlet going to be? And that's
Yeah.
why I started writing and hanging out in the house. So I went through a little bit of health stuff this year. I had open heart surgery, so I'm still
Mm.
susceptible. So I can't be around too many people yet, so
Oh
I've got to be
yeah.
careful. So I can sit in my house and write all day and, play some saxophone or, play the piano, write tunes. So it's been fun for me.
Hmm. Well, yeah, you've been writing. You told me here on your bio that you've been writing a lot since the pandemic. You've been writing and creating music. How many songs have you been developing so far?
Well, yeah, I think basically all of these tunes up on my YouTube channel have all been done since the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
Two of them, my first two were cover tunes that just tunes that I liked, but the last 10 have all been original. And I'm in the middle of writing another one now. So, you know,
Well, this one is an original that this
the
one here, right?
Christmas song.
The
Yeah,
Christmas
that's an
song.
original. Yeah.
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 Well,
The heart.
in light of Christmas, because I love tell us about, yeah. Keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you. Tell
Well,
us about this song.
yeah, I remember Christmas as being a little kid. It was such a magical time. Like the Sears wish book. We would get this Christmas catalog, and my brother and sister and myself would fight over it to who could
Yeah.
look at all the toys. And I do remember people coming to the house Christmas caroling.
Yes.
My parents would have parties and all the relatives would show up and sing around the piano. And yeah, it was a magical time. So I thought it would be fun to write a Christmas song.
Yeah, Christmas will be different this year, but I hope that people will take advantage of the technology and interact with family over
Yeah.
Skype, over Zoom like this. What we're doing,
Yeah.
but I love that you have a little bit of funny bone as well. The way I think you
A
have a
funny,
little comedic branding to you. But let's listen into this music that you just wrote for Christmas.
yeah. And you can get this music on, if you look up on YouTube, there's another Bill Evans, obviously. So if you look up Bill Evans, you're just going to get 1,000 sites on, the great Bill Evans. But if you look up this, go to Bill Evans Music, I Can't Wait for Christmas. And then you'll
And
find my channel with all the other stuff too.
perfect. Let's listen in.
Okay.
Well, it's so much fun because there's a clone of you there, about four of you there
Well, the
that
one
you
fellow is my Yeah, the one fellow's my bass player, Phil McIntosh, who
Yeah.
I've been friends with for years. So he plays, I got him to play bass on a few of the last few tunes. Wonderful player, great guy. He loves Christmas.
And
Hi,
he's the
Phil.
one who's also filling in with the fourth voice there. There's a second voice
Yeah,
actually.
he sings too. We were on the road together in Random Chance for a few years, but I've known Phil since I think I was 14, a long time ago.
I have a lot of friends who are doing this kind of edit where you have the same person doing different voices, different
Yeah.
instrument. It's a lot of work, and so hats off to
Well,
Linda.
yeah, Linda does a great job with it. She's a wonderful photographer, and she's been running all the video stuff for me here. And she's really good at editing. And yeah, I couldn't do any of this stuff without her. So it's been great. I'm going to have to get her a really nice Christmas present,
Oh yes.
something
Well,
really special.
on the bottom here, ladies and gentlemen, is how we get a hold of Bill. If you want to get a hold of him, or to see some of there's the Facebook and there's the email address as well. But
Yeah,
again, the YouTube channel is Bill Evans Music, right?
yeah, and look up "I Can't Wait for Christmas," and
Hmm.
it'll take you to the site. You can get there.
Do you have any work that you are not releasing on social media that you intend to release as an album?
You know what? I'm not sure yet because right now I've been kind of putting out stuff with a video because it's people like to watch.
Hmm.
So I like to watch by the
Me too.
Chauncey Gardner. So I think what I might do is r- rent a studio for a couple of days to get a real drummer in on the stuff and maybe
Uh-huh.
release this set of tunes, at least on an EP.
Hmm.
Get it out on Spotify or iTunes or whatever.
Well, there you go. If you ever do that, then this will be the contact information that to get a hold of Bill. If whatever purpose you want to get connected to him, these are all. There's more. There's more. You don't have Twitter and Instagram, but you have Facebook and YouTube, right?
Yeah, yeah. Twitter, I'm kind of shying away from because it's become sort of a political platform. So
It
it
has become a political platform.
makes me
Yes, it is.
very nervous.
Well, that's why we do all of these musical podcastings to kind of calm us all down
You
and
know what?
listen to, yeah, beautiful music and beautiful stories.
Well, it's working.
Yeah, it is working. Well, Bill, what is how are you? Is it only going to be you and Linda this Christmas at home?
Yeah, it'll be Linda and I. Linda's American, my wife, so we have some relatives in the U.S., but we obviously can't cross the border. And my mom is older, so I can't quite see my mom because I'm supposed to be isolated right now. But
Hmm.
um, but I'll send a hi out to mom and my brother Doug, my sister Liz, my in-laws in the States, Peg. How are you doing? And Sherry and all the Troy and Ethan and who else? Oh, Carolyn. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So everybody, hello there. Hope you're all well.
Well, my gratitude to you for gracing us on the virtual studio, Bill and Linda. Thank you, Bill and Linda.
Bill and Linda. Yeah.
It
Thanks
sounds
so
like
much for
a big foundation, the Bill and Linda Gates Fund, not the Bill and Linda
that.
Gates.
Yeah,
I
Bill and
just
Linda Foundation.
the Bill and Linda Foundation. But Bill and Linda, thank you very much for uh, joining us at the Freestyle Indie here on the Ordinary Joe Show. And my sincerest wish of Christmas to you and Linda.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having us. I think we lost him. He might have been, I don't know.
Hello. Sorry, I've
Hey,
been kicked out. Yeah,
he's
for some
coming
reason.
back.
Oh, there you go. I was kicked out for a little bit there from StreamYard. But
Okay.
I was just saying, you can hear me well now, right?
Oh yeah, and you look fantastic. You look really good.
My I think because the battery died a little bit and then it went back on. But anyways, thank you very much, and sincerest Merry Christmas to you, to all your family, and why don't we wish everybody Merry Christmas? Can we close with your favorite traditional classical Christmas
Oh,
tunes?
here's a traditional tune. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holiday. And I hope you have a great time this year.
Thank you very much, Bill. I'm wishing for a white Christmas, Merry Christmas, fine. I don't know the words to the song. And your Christmas why what a beautiful Merry Christmas, Bill. Chris, Bruce is saying, right on, Bill. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, Chris. How are you?
Warren Wagman, keep on rocking, Bill. Missing
Oh,
you.
oh, man, this is great. These are all really nice people. And they've all
Deb
been
Shepard.
really good this good. Deb Shepard's on. Ah,
Deb Shepard saying, love you too, Bill and Linda.
hey, Deb, how are you in San Francisco?
And Darren Wagman is saying as well, hi, Linda. Well done.
You know, he's a great guy. I worked with Darren for years, and he's a nudist. That's pretty
Hmm.
interesting stuff.
Well, it's beautiful. It's such a pleasure to have you, Bill. Bill and Linda, thank you very much for gracing the Ordinary Joe uh, freestyle indie right here on the Ordinary Joe Show. I hope that this will be, first of many. And hopefully, I'll see you again in the spring. Or if you are going to drop any new album, any new EP, Mi Casa Su Casa, come over and make your announcements anytime. God bless you, brother.
Okay, thanks so much for having us, and you have a great holiday, Joe.
God bless you and Linda as well. And I will
Thank
see
you,
you
Linda.
again next time. Bye bye. God bless. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Bye.